This is the January Tackle Club saltwater inshore box. Let's dive right in to 2023. Alright, first up, we'll start with the only hard body in the box, and we'll move over to some of the other things that we've included. From Fishcraft is Dr. Deep, 120mm bibbed hard body diving lure. Pre-rigged with some heavy trebles on there, so that thing's going to be great for trawling around the reefs that you've got, some of the drop-offs. You can even cast and retrieve this and give it a few rips and pauses as well. It's going to be fantastic. It is a deep diver going down to 7.5 meters, so if you are fishing over some shallow reefs, be sure that you don't snag it up. I'm going to fish this on the cast and retrieve that way. Cast it out, rip it down, pause it, let it float back up again, and just continue that over and over again, or mainly looking at a trawling lure. Now I've included 2 jigs, which is one of my favourite ways to fish. First up here, we've got the Tokon jig in a 60 gram. Now this is pre-rigged, ready to go out of the box. It does have a single treble down the bottom and an assist hook coming off the top. And then we've also got the Samaki Wingman in a 140. So more than double the weight with the Wingman. So you've got something's going to get down deep and fast, and then a lighter one for your shallower waters as well. Now these can catch all sorts of species. If you don't know how to jig or haven't done it before, now these aren't speed jigs. The Tokon jig with the slimmer profile could probably work at a faster retrieve rate, but these sort of jigs are what we know is like a slow fall jig. So you just loosen your line, let it drop down. This thing will just flutter on the drop, and you just do a slow lift and wind, just to slowly work it through the water column and drop it back down. It'll get that flutter again. And that's the same for both of them. Like I said, the Tokon though, you can work that a bit faster if you want, but I prefer to slow jig these, my favourite way to fish. And then we've got several packs of soft plastics here. So the first one from 6 Cents Fishing is the Juggling Minnow 4.0. Now these are essentially like a little flick bait, so obviously most of the work is going to be entailed by the angler. Cast it out, let it sink down, a couple of whips, you can jig with these as well. But yeah, I like to keep them close to the bottom. And then we've got a bigger profile from Z-Man, the centered jerk shards. So these are a 7-inch. So then you're looking at the 4-inch and the 7-inch. So 2 different size flick baits there for you to fish with this month. Now with the bigger Z-Mans, we have included the 3/4 70 HTT Headlocks. These are the heavy version, the heavy duty jig, which will suit those bigger Z-Man soft plastics as well. And then we've got one here from Samaki, the live shrimp. This is a pre-rigged weedless style soft plastic shrimp with the soft little legs down the bottom. Everyone's seen plenty of these. Pretty much everyone's fished with these as well. These are fantastic because they're weedless. It does allow you to sink these deep down into the structure, work the edges, drop them into the reef, works a treat. Now obviously something like this, the weight on it being only 15.5 grams, maybe a bit slow if you do have a heavy current. So maybe whack on a heavier jig head if you do have a heavy current ripping through. Otherwise mainly stick to some shallower waters with that one. Now we have included a gift in this month's box. We've got a little Australia flag buff here to keep you guys out of the Australian summer sun. Wear this around your neck, pull it up over your head, make sure you don't get sunburned. And that's it for the saltwater inshore box this month. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au. Pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.